What up, everybody? This is Dan, aka Tad Zero, and this is going to be my review for Bastion for the Xbox 360 Summer of Games Arcade. The title screen goes to this menu where you have your leaderboards, achievements, story. I'm going to continue. I'm not starting a new game. Just to give you a little rundown here. The antagonist in this game is a young boy, very mysterious. You don't know anything about him. He just mysteriously wakes up and something called the Calamity has happened. And the Calamity, you don't really know what caused it or why it happened, but it pretty much ripped the entire world apart. So you're stuck trying to get back to the Bastion, which is like the hometown, which you inevitably reach fairly shortly in the beginning of the game. And at the Bastion, you start rebuilding this town by finding shards of the broken world, called fragments, in which you build like places like the distillery, arsenal, forge, shrine, memorial, and lost and found. Those are all different aspects of the game that I'll go into a little bit briefly after. The coolest part of this game, the most individual part of this game, is it's constantly narrated through a narrator's voice, and the antagonist actually never speaks. That guy right there, Rux, is actually the narrator, and he lets that known. So I'll show you some of the world map in the game. These are all levels that I've completed and skill challenges that I've completed. But we'll do a level just to show you kind of how the narration goes in this game, which is really cool, and how the gameplay is. The gameplay, a lot of people compared it to Secret of Mana. I say it's more of a top-down Devil May Cry. It's pretty cool. Alright, so check it out. I'm going to be quiet so you can hear the narration.
Can't rightly call Mount Zand a mountain anymore. There's no more mountains now. There's no place left for beasts of the wild to go. We only found their little lair because they found themselves a little shard. It's a delicate situation. The creatures of the wild, they've been building a bastion of their own.
So you have three basic attacks.
But they ain't yet prepared for any company.
You have your projectile, your combat, and your magic.
Besides, we have to take back what's ours.
My projectile, normally there's guns and stuff, but I just got this fire thing up, and then I found a new weapon in the level, so then it automatically will switch.
Best thing we can do for those beasts right now is put them down quick and clean.
So if you see, I hold the button and it changes the distance in which the mortar goes.
Look at it this way. It's either them or us. But if we win, they win too. Our bastion is everybody's game, not just ours. Unfortunately, there's no explaining that to a simple beast. Those beasts have been hard at work fixing up the place. They've been searching for cores and shards, just like we have. Maybe they've thought about turning back, just like we have. We just really need their shard. Kid got it fair and square.
So I just found a shard, now it's kind of like a boss battle. You can also defend with the shield.
That's the way.
So that was a very short level, which is good for this
He's
review.
done what's best for him, don't you
So
worry.
that I don't have to
worry.
spend too much time just showing you the simple levels. I got a piece of the shard, so when I go back to the town, I can place the shard into the center of town, and I can build on the town, upgrade the building, stuff like that. So currently in the game, I'm on a quest to find out why the calamity happened, and so on and so forth. But the narrator always speaks of this kid as like this really mysterious, very powerful kid who he's got a bigger purpose. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's a very cool game. One complaint is that the game's story is very all
We'll
over
all
the
be
place.
better off once the Bastion is complete.
It's all over the place. It's hard to follow, and it's
The
confusing at
monument's
points.
getting better. Zolf sure did a number on it, though.
So there, since I put that in, I can now upgrade another part of the town. The last two parts I have to upgrade are the foundation. The memorial and the shrine. We'll do the memorial.
The memorial may be finished.
Quickly,
but
I'll
our
go
part
through
is
what
far
these
from
are.
over.
The shrine is like a, it's like the 8 skulls in Halo, where you can activate the shrines, and they will increase the amount of experience you gain, but they'll make the game more difficult. This one says, foes shall strike with greater ferocity, foes shall have vengeance, the thrones of defeat, foes shall grow quicker and move to strike, foes shall gain resistance to physical harm. When you activate those, the game gets more difficult, but you gain more experience. Now this is the memorial, and this has different challenges that you can try and complete in the game, and it adds to the difficulty as well as it gives you bonuses for leveling up, which, by the way, you level up incredibly slow in this game. Lost and Found is where you can buy items. It's like from everywhere from skills to potions that you can level up in the distillery, which I'm showing you right now. I just gained level 5, so what you do is you choose a drink, and it permanently increases a certain stat. This one says automatically retaliate when injured, survive an attack that would have brought you defeat, 10 max health, 1% chance to carry on if defeated, 100% critical hit chance. It's only active when you're below 33 health. But these are permanent buffs that you can only equip up to whatever level you are.
Folks say Mender
kinda
mead's
cool.
good for you.
You can change that
Like an
depending on the
herb garden
challenges
in
you're
full
on.
bloom.
Arsenal is where you just change your equipment and your spell. These are all the weapons that I have. So far in the game, they're all fully customizable. But most of the time I like to choose a long range and a short range. My current favorite is the War Machete and the Scrap Musket. All of them have very individual characteristics. And then the spells go from anywhere from weapons skills to just regular magic spells. My favorite is the Grenade. Forge is where you upgrade your items. I have almost all the items, I'm only missing one. But you go to and you have to spend experience to upgrade them, and they give you 2 choices per upgrade. This says 20% fuel generation, flame spreads wider. There's a trial I have to try and beat,
At
so
least it won't
I'm going
get
to use
cold
that
around
flame
here with that
spreads
thing
wider
around.
because I need that. Flame causes lasting burn, 1 damage per flame. We'll do the damage as well because I'm going to show you a trial level right now. So yeah, I showed you all those. Okay, so there's also
just
trial
a couple
levels,
shots left.
which
The quarry's gotta have one, right?
for instance, I've completed them all, but I have a mortar one there, and I have a. They're normally weapon based. Well, I'll show you the proving ground for the fire tool. There's different prerequisites. There's an easy, a medium, and a hard. The easy is obviously very easy to get. The medium is medium, and the hard is really challenging. You find yourself doing it like 10 to 20 times, and the first place is almost always the skill for that weapon, so it's worth muscling it. But the challenge starts once I grab the weapon. This one I have to try and kill as many birds as I can in the time period. And then every time I go through, go to the next area. Here's where it gets hard. And then the last room is the hardest one. You gotta try and beat it. Get him.
Was there any other way to teach those peckers some respect?
So, I just got the first prize because I did it in 70. I got all 72 before the time ran out, which was hard. That's why I got that larger flame, because I could burn more birds, but I couldn't do that before. And if you fail, you can just go to this little jar right here and it restarts. This platform brings you back to the Bastion. So the game has a very wide variety of combat options. You can mix and match all the different weapons and skills. And then I will show you one little area before I end this review. There's like training areas that you get experience from, though, where it's kind of like a survival, but they have an end, and it's very attainable. I've done it with all different weapon sets. And I'll show you once it's done loading. Loading is a little long in this game if you haven't been able to tell. So yeah, it's a very good game. Like I said, story's a little confusing.
Who knows why we fought so hard to defend our own trash?
The narration aspect of the game is very cool and individual. So I have two different random training areas here. I have the pot of food and the pipe. Take a hit off the pipe,
Alright,
boom,
no more
pass
asking
out.
about that smoking pipe. Deal?
You just yelled at me for smoking too much. Because I think it's the 4th time I've gone in, and he keeps track. And he tells you a story as you complete this survival mode-ish mode. And I also have a chance to show you my favorite weapon combination. The knife you can both slash and throw, and then the musket has like a really wide spray for like groups of enemies. And then I like to use grenades because they have a huge blast radius, and landmines. But the game's very good though.
The past. Only good thing ever come out of the past is history.
So I have all 4 icons active. That's why you just saw those 4 icons appear. I'm not going to do this whole thing because it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to do. But notice the enemies coming out, and I have all 4 of those things active, so they're oh, if you time it right, you can counter it. I'll show you in a second. Once at the end of every round, you get a thing here.
Up with a kid.
It's just experience.
Had a moment's rest since all this started.
But if you defend correctly, it's like a parry. Watch, I'll show you perfectly. And it pounces back. That's where if you just regularly block. All projectiles also have timing, like if you guys remember back in Mario RPG. You see, if you look at my character, he's going to blink. And when he blinks, if you throw it, a special thing will pop up that says power shot.
A hard life. Supposing what he says in his sleep ain't no lie.
And the timing is a little tight. So that's the gist of that. So the game is awfully long too, as well, for an Xbox Live Arcade game. I'm probably easily 10 to 12 hours into it already, and I still have a little bit to go. So that's been my review of Bastion. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. It's definitely one of the better games of this Xbox Live Summer of Games. We also got to meet with the developers at PAX, and they were really cool guys. So thumbs up to this one. Guys, pick it up. It's definitely worth $15. Absolutely.